Okay, I had a lot of people irritated with my Match Monday video with Terry Brands against Jeff Prescott. I titled it the best wrestling duel match of all time, and some people were really upset because Terry wins the match by tech fall. So it's totally subjective. If you didn't like the match, that's fine. When I watch that match, I get jacked up. I love seeing domination, especially from the best guys wrestling the best guys. A bunch of people commented that they also regard this match between Cary Kolat and Mark Ironside as the best college wrestling match of all time. This match took place at Carver Hawkeye Arena in the 1995-96 season, and Cary Kolat is ranked number 1, and Mark Ironside ranked number 2 at 134 pounds. As the match gets underway here, Kolat's having some issues with his headgear, so we don't really get a great start. The announcers tell us that both guys are undefeated, which is obvious because they're ranked number 1 and 2 and haven't met each other yet. And we're finally underway here, and these guys get started at a super high pace. Ironside's going to get in on a reshot here, and watch the defense from Kolat. This is called a rubber knee. Cary Kolat is really good from defending here. A lot of times the refs stop it like they did just there. It definitely looks like Kolat's going to blow every ligament in his knee when he does it, but he can score from there. He has a match against TJ Jaworski where he scores about 3 or 4 times from that rubber knee defense, so he doesn't use it just to get the match to stop. Kolat snaps down to his front headlock. He's going to do this a lot. This is his best position. This is where he can score most of his points. Ironside is very aware of this. He's holding onto that tricep and blocking. He's going to circle out here. And this pace between these two guys just feels insane. They are constantly moving. Here comes an offensive reshot from Kolat. He's going to hit a double leg, and he's going to dump Ironside right on his butt for the first takedown of the match. It's definitely a little bit of an unusual finish there. Kolat kind of takes him towards his own head, which is not usually how you want to score a double. I'm assuming that Ironside was probably hipping down hard on that side, and Kolat felt that he could drop him on his butt if he went the wrong way. So Kolat is going to cut Ironside loose here. He's definitely feeling comfortable in the neutral position. Now, as I watch this next sequence, I notice that Kolat's not holding the greatest position, and he seems to be baiting his right leg for Ironside to attack. And Ironside's going to take the bait with a shot from the outside. Kolat goes right back to his rubber knee, and he's working, and the ref stops it. And Kolat actually looks as discouraged as maybe the Iowa coaching staff does there. And Ironside is typical Iowa style. He's going right back to work. He is keeping his pace super high in those ties. They're going to hand fight here for a little bit, and Kolat's going to take a couple shots. But as I'm recording this, I'm thinking about how the 3-point takedown rule would affect this type of match. There's only been 1 takedown so far, but there's going to be quite a few more before it's over. Now, Kolat gets to his front headlock here. As I stated earlier, this is one of his best positions, and look how long he's holding this here. He is adjusting. He's trying not to let this go. We didn't get a good look at it here, but Kolat was trying to win a hand fight, and Ironside ends up winning that hand fight, so he wasn't able to pull Ironside down to the mat. He continued to work at a really high pace, and both guys are taking shots, but no one can really get an angle to score. And notice how throughout this match, they are right in the center of the mat. Neither guy is getting backed up to the out-of-bounds line at all. They are staying right in the middle, right where you want to be. Kolat back to his front headlock, and he's going to work hard here to score. He's going to snap Ironside back down, and he's continuing to work with this. Ironside's going to control that elbow and circle out. They continue to hand fight here, and Kolat's going to go for a duck under. He actually gets his head under Ironside's arm, but is not able to convert and score a takedown. And Ironside is going to fire right back, trying to get to a single leg, back to Cary's front headlock, and he's unable to score there either. These guys are absolutely battling, and it's no wonder why so many people regard this as the greatest college match of all time. And Kolat just hit Ironside with a really hard club, and Ironside thought better of it and had to circle out. Under 20 seconds left in the first period, and these guys are still crushing it. Again, they are still dead center, middle of the mat. Neither guy taking a step backwards. This is great wrestling. And neither guy is willing to stop and stare for the last 4 or 5 seconds. They are going to hand fight till the last second ticks off the clock in this first period. Ironside is going to pick bottom in the second period, and Kolat wins the whistle and breaks him flat right away. Kolat's working on a chicken wing here. The way the end of that first period went, he is going to work hard to ride here. He does not want to get in a neutral battle if he can work for a turn on top. Ironside builds his base, and Kolat just does a nice little chop to bring him back down. He's got that chicken wing in still. He just lost it, but he's working back for it now. Ironside's back to his base, and Kolat again is going to try to chop him to his left side. He gets to his feet, but Kolat drops in on a leg. Ironside's going to actually kick out of this, and watch how he kicks towards Cary instead of away from him. That's going to give him more power and make it way tougher for Cary to follow. That's how he's able to turn out and get away. And they're right back into this hand fight. The score is now tied 2-2 after that escape. Now, it's at this point where I feel like I'm starting to see a little bit of fatigue from Kolat, though they're still standing right in the center of the mat and hand fighting hard. Okay, through this next sequence, Ironside's going to be working hard, looking for his wrist and collar tie. It's starting to become pretty clear to me that Ironside is continuing to move while Kolat's starting to slow down a little bit. Ironside is starting to get to some of his ties. He's getting Cary stepping on his fakes like that one that just happened right there, and he's really getting him moving. Kolat, however, is still continuing to stand in the center of the mat and trade with Ironside, even though he's starting to wear a little bit. We really do not see this very often, the way these guys are both holding center so well. Ironside's going to hit a pull-and-go single here. Kolat's going right back to his rubber knee, but you can see he loses pressure because Ironside's able to pop up. He's trying to work behind, and Kolat is somehow able to circle out. Kolat's going to slap Ironside's wrist away and shoot a single leg, and as he's coming up, Ironside tries to tag Kolat's ankle there and misses, and Kolat's able to easily finish for another takedown to go up 4-2. There is short time left in the period, so Kolat wants to stay on top. He's working really hard to ride Ironside out. He's going to drop in on a leg, and they're going to go to a crackdown here with about 8 seconds left. Now, this is important. With 4 seconds remaining, the ref does hit Kolat for stalling. In my opinion, I don't think this is a great stalling call. I know at the time, talking to wrestlers that wrestled in the college in the 90s, that they were supposed to be given time to hold on to a leg at the end of the period. That could be incorrect, but that's just my opinion. All right, Kolat is going to actually hit a Granby roll here and isn't able to get anything going from it, so he's still on the bottom position, and Ironside's putting a ride on. I think Kolat might have riding time, so Ironside is trying to burn off some of that riding time. Now, Ironside gets really close to scoring a tilt here. I think he gets maybe a swipe, but Kolat's able to scramble out and actually ends up on top for a 2-point reversal. So now Kolat is in the lead, 6-2, and he's getting that riding time back up. Ironside stands up and gets out pretty easily here. And this is where Kolat absolutely hits the wall. Off the whistle, Ironside scores a takedown. The footage of the actual takedown is missing, so all we see is Cary getting taken down, and Ironside's going to cut him right away. The score is 7-5 Kolat. Kolat again is going to try his wrist snap single, and Ironside's able to circle behind, and Kolat puts his hand down, and Ironside's awarded the 2, and Ironside is immediately going to cut Kolat. The score is tied right now, 7-7. As soon as Kolat gets the escape, he is winning by 1. It is 8-7 Kolat. And you can see Cary Kolat is absolutely exhausted right now. He's still staying in the center and fighting. Kolat is super well known for being in phenomenal shape, so it just goes to show you what a machine Mark Ironside is. So Ironside is continuing to have his way with this hand fight now, and he's just pushing, pulling, waiting for that one good shot, and here it comes. He's going to get to his single leg. Kolat's trying to go to that rubber knee and really just isn't able to get much momentum going, and Ironside is going to sneak behind to the shelf position and end up getting both legs for the final 2-point takedown, and he is going to go up 8-7 here. Kolat drops with his head to the mat, and you can tell by his body language that he is really struggling to move right now. Kolat is such a beast. He's so mentally tough. He is going to make a push here to try to get this escape. He does get back to his feet, but Ironside's able to get a nice return, and Kolat just doesn't have enough time left on the clock. This match is unbelievable, and I do have to say, I have to admit when I'm wrong. This is definitely a better match than the Terry Brands Prescott match. Ironically, I haven't watched this match a lot because I'm a huge Cary Kolat fan, and I hate watching him gas. Everyone was calling me an Iowa homer on the Terry Brands video, and I'm really not an Iowa homer. I just really like that match. I do have a bias towards Cary Kolat. I just love his story. I love hearing him speak. If you have an opportunity to go check out some of his videos on YouTube where he talks about his philosophies, I recommend you go and do that. However, Mark Ironside is your winner. He is the frickin' Energizer Bunny. He's running off like he just went for a leisurely jog around the neighborhood. If you enjoyed this video, please click the thumbs up and subscribe, as it's going to help my channel out a great deal. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.